What are you thinking about that series against Seattle?
My takeaway is I think the Mariners have a chance to be really good. I think eventually they're going to hit some kind of stride this summer and win a whole lot of ball games. That pitching staff, I mean, we didn't even get to see George Kirby. He's shutting out the Red Sox tonight through 6 innings last I looked. So I was pretty impressed with the Mariners overall. It was good to see the Tigers fight back and fall behind early on Sunday and come back and win that game. It showed that they were in it for the fight, and they got things done. With Baddoo, that double, that was a great swing by him. I mean, that was pretty impressive. So that was kind of the fun moment of the day for me.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate weekend for the starting pitching. Boyd obviously was disastrous. Wentz couldn't do a whole lot, but the bullpen pulled through, and it was nice to see some of that fight from the offensive side of the things on Sunday. And really, I think they came into that series, I think, with a game plan. It wasn't necessarily bad. People were getting really frustrated on Saturday night by how quick the outs were, but they came in there expecting to see a lot of fastballs from Bryce Miller because that's what he's thrown so far this year, and he mixed everything up on them. But they still they didn't strike out a ton. It wasn't like they were getting dominated. They just weren't making hard contact or contact in the right way. And sometimes that's just one of those things that happens. It's a young starter with some kind of elite stuff, if you will, and he just kind of perplexed them. So that was a bummer. But overall, I think to your point, that is a good team. We talked about it on Thursday, and the offense have been disappointing so far, but those are a bunch of good hitters on that team. We saw Julio Rodriguez break out kind of in a big way in the first game. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm glad they were able to salvage one game. It's a bummer to lose a series, but not the end of the world.
I saw Alex Faedo continue his good pitching that he had down in Toledo. Some of the numbers might not indicate that, but I think after he got his footing, he was working on reworking his mechanics, because in spring training he had a terrible spring, but down in Toledo he started locating his fastball better, getting better action on his slider, and he came through to a pretty quality start on Saturday despite the loss. The 2 home runs do hurt a little bit, but still, nevertheless, between him and Akil Baddoo, which there was a question about Baddoo skipping a question from Evan Petzold. We'll address that here shortly. But overall, I think the not get swept by the Mariners, I'll take that any day, because as Huber said, and he's astutely correct, Mariners are damn good.